most of the time they have to take that information back to their supervisor, and their supervisor have to review the information, and then the supervisor actually determines how you're gonna be fine. Okay. The interview over the phone is good. Versus you be in front of somebody and they asking you these questions. A lot of tax pros tend to get nervous, more nervous when they're in their face, like having their presence there. Is a miss. And when you got the one where they send you the names or whatever, then you know who they are. Like, you preparing, you can go through your stuff, you can make sure make sure everything else is up to par, and you can send it to them. So if you go through a where they send you the names of for an examination, no, it can be worse. Okay, so you just looked up, and you should try to make sure you get your stuff in. But no, I'll be teaching all of this in my boot camp. And the boot camp is for anybody. It don't matter if you've been through an examination, you got fined. It don't matter if you've been through the examination and somebody represented you. One thing I know, even with me, like, I use my own stuff, right? Like, when I'm going through the tax year, like, if you don't use it, you lose it. So, like, we take the 8 months off, even though we're doing like returns here and there, or so many returns a month or whatever. It's nothing like what you're doing at the beginning of the year. And you got a lot going on at the beginning of the year. So I have to go back and refresh my memory, even though I teach y'all this every day. Like, I have to go back and refresh my own memory. And you want to make sure you stay sharp. Because if you don't constantly look at the information, you will forget the information. And if you've been fine, you be like, oh, I already been through an examination, I don't need to listen to it. Well, did you pass it? Did you pass it? Because if you've been fine, that means you need to come learn some more. And I definitely encourage my people who are running teams. You got people under you. You have an obligation to those people to know what you're doing. You have an obligation to those people. Like, if they get a letter, that you're able to answer their questions, you're able to guide them, you're able to tell them how to protect themselves when it comes to making sure they don't lose the money that they're making. You have an obligation to them. So if you don't feel like you know, I do encourage you. I'm going to put the link in the comments. I'm going to do it right now. Put the link in the comments. Join the boot camp. Okay? Join the boot camp. The boot camp is not going to just be like, I'm going to be teaching for a whole day, right? And not only that, I'm bringing other people in. Okay, I'm bringing other people in. I'm bringing other people who have experienced the examination, people who have passed it, people who have not passed it, giving their experience on what they went through when they went through an examination. Because guess what? Everybody's experience is different. It just depends on what agent you got, right?